Here in Miami, Lone Depot on the Miami Marlins. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway, and today's starting pitcher, Sandy Alcantara.
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Okay, all set to go. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air.
Marlins 0.
Pulls it in on the run. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. At the very bottom, hitting ninth, Luis Robert Jr.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Throws to first, and Simeon is out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. Reggie Crawford up now for the Mets. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and that keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, left
Here's
fielder,
Juan Soto.
Soto.
1 run batted in yesterday, their only run of the game. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Soto with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
2 outs. Foul ball. Mets leave 1, and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And towing the slab here, number 26. What do we need to know here?
Well, obviously last year was a difficult year for this guy. I mean, you lose that many ball games, and even if you pitched well in some of them, the fact that that loss is hanging on you the day that you took the mound can be hard to shake. But, for guys to get to this level, to be big leaguers, they've had to overcome a lot. And for him, this is just one more thing. Throw away last year, hit the reset button, come out and have a great year this year.
Dane Myers, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That misses the zone, and now 2-0.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. It's going to finish well off the plate.
That one at 95, missed up top. 3-0. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Jacob Marcy stands in now and watches strike one. 0-1 now. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Ground ball left side, could be two. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, he made the decision to try to take it himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base. But good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
And that one fouled off. In the air, right side. Taylor sizes this one up. He's got it. And there are two outs.
Batting fourth, center fielder.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. You're in game one of this three-game set. Robert. And that will end the inning. One left for Miami. Scoreless after one. Top of the second. And now the first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Jorge Polanco.
Alcantara back to work. And a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Francisco Alvarez now at the plate. That one the other way. Edwards. Off balance feet. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Ground ball could be two. Here's Edwards for one, and that's two. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, Otto Lopez.
Otto Lopez.
That one fouled off. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-1. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra to the plate, and sometimes over the course of a game, though.
One strike.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Oswaldo Cabrera, batting with one down, takes a strike.
All over that one right there. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Runner on at first with one gone. Griffin Conant, the next up for the Marlins. That misses.
Nope, that's the ball.
1-0.
Ball one, no strikes.
Cabrera over at first with one away. Pitch is in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. This to center field. Can't get there, and it deflects off it.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Davison De Los Santos in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
That one lifted to left. And there are 2 down.
Batting ninth, catcher,
Christian Vasquez, the hitter.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
That's outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 2-1. And that one fouled off.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that one is lifted in the air. Taylor drops into the glove, and the inning is over. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, on to the 3rd inning, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Out to short. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
batting ninth, center fielder Luis Robert Jr.
So here's Robert now. Alcantara in his 8th season, 30 years old now, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Waste no time there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's Mark Vientos. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. On the ground to second, might be 2. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Now batting.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So it's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least one out of it.
Here is Marcus Semien. Grounded out his first time up. Fought off foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. Two on, 1 out. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And next for the Mets, Reggie Crawford. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. On the ground. They get the force, and that is the inning. So they strand a pair. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He'll touch a ball. His second of the year. It's 1-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Marcy batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Edwards in the box now. No balls and a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That catches the corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And they'll do it again. Up the middle. And base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
Now
he did
batting,
such a nice job of
center
pulling his
fielder,
hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Siri, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
0-1.
Edwards, the base runner at first with one out. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. There's one.
He's out.
Over to first, safe.
Well, he made the decision to try taking himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base, but good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
Lopez.
And a foul ball. One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. Runner on the go. In the air, left field. Soto makes the catch. That is the inning. Miami strikes first on the solo homer. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back here in Miami,
Leading
John
off to the
Sciambi
Mets,
with Chris
left
Singleton
fielder,
and set to
Juan
lead
Soto.
off the fourth, Juan Soto. In the air, left field, down the line. This looks like extra bases. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Now batting, first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And foul ball. Man at second. This to third. Cabrera. Off balance throw in time. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Late swing fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
He can live up in the
ball, 2
zone
strikes.
all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Tying run in scoring position. Top half of inning number 4. And the slider
Ball 1.
just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. So 2 down now, and here is Brett Beatty. He hit into a double play his first time up. On the ground, right side. On to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Marlins 1 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
In the air, center field. Robert on the move. And out number 1 on the grab.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Next is the designated hitter, Griffin Conant. And he's already singled in this game. And there's the strike. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Got him swinging.
Now batting.
2 down,
First
bases
baseman,
empty.
Davison
And here's the first baseman,
De Los
Davison De
Santos.
Los Santos. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's
No
not
ball,
wasting
2
any
strikes.
pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Out to short, Vientos. Gets it to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. And the Marlins down quietly. But they're on top, 1-0. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
Mets,
duel so
right
far. Here's
fielder,
how the starters have
Tyrone Taylor.
performed up to this point. Alcantara back to work. That one hit to right. Marcy makes the grab, one away.
Now batting. Center fielder, Luis
And now
Robert
here's the big
Jr.
center fielder, Luis Robert. A single his first time. Foul ball there. The Marlins leading by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Back to the top of the lineup, and the batter will be the shortstop, Mark Vientos. And he grounds one back up the middle. Tosses to first, and that is that. Mets go down quickly. They still trail 1-0. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark. And
Marlins,
here is Christian Vasquez. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I was always
One
told
ball,
it's
1 strike.
hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So digging in, Dane Myers. He's already homered in this game. Fastball for a strike.
The hitting's going to
0-1.
come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Taylor moving under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting. Number 87.
Now Jacob Marcy. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one lifted in the air center field. Robert brings it in. 2 down. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. 1 for 2.
Xavier Edwards.
And there's a foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And that one pulled foul. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Marlins leave one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien.
Late on that fastball.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Up the middle, on the run, throw to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Reggie Crawford. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Crawford measures 6 feet 4 inches, just 19 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. The Mets down by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Hit on the ground to short, Lopez. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. So here's the cleanup hitter, Juan Soto. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Marlins 1 and the Mets 0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Fielder.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Lopez in the box again. Takes a strike.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
That's in there. 0-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Runner at first with no outs here. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
The other way, and foul ball. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10.
That's ball 2.
In the dirt, but kept close. And now the count filled up 3-2. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Oswaldo Cabrera, the next up for the Marlins. There's the strike.
0-1.
Pulls that one foul. The 0-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Next to hit, Griffin Conine. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
2-1.
Pitch out, but no action. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
And it remains 2-2. Siri leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 left for Miami, but they lead it 1-0. Top of inning number 7, and now Jorge Polanco. Outside low, ball 1. That's smacked on a line to center. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
And he handles it himself for the out.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Brett Beatty.
And next is the designated hitter, Brett Beatty. Swing and a foul out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Ronnie Enriquez getting loose out there. Nardi warming up as well. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Nothing doing for the Mets. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. Leading off, Davison De Los Santos.
Now pitching to the
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Luke Weaver.
30.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That's too low. And the count is 1-2. And that one is inside. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Bogey just ran out of patience there.
Now
He took a
batting,
couple of pitches to
Christian.
even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Liner, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting, left fielder, Dane.
And up next for Miami, Dane Myers. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Fouled off. He was late. Weaver ready to fire now. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't.
Now the right fielder, Jacob Marcy. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Vasquez off of first with 2 away. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Alcantara into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it. And now 1-2. So he's back out to begin the 8th. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's thrown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
Luis Robert now. There's the swing and a miss.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And fouled off. And a swing and a miss. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And here is Mark Vientos. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That's inside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2. That's a hit, and that puts the tying run on base.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now Marcus Semien ripped to third. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. It's the Marlins 1 and the Mets nothing. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier
Weaver back to work. That's towards center. Robert has this one sized up, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Marlins.
And now it's Jose Siri. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. There's your strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Simeon makes the grab, and there's two gone. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. And it's fouled away. Goes down looking. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. Dylan Lee comes on trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Well, one-run game. Now the third baseman, Reggie Crawford, 1 for 3. Line drive, that's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Now a chance for Juan Soto. And brings it in at the wall.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
And a base hit on the line. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can.
Hard hit right side. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins hold on to win a nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor. You hear me, your haters. This fakers, you gave me crumbs, I give me cakers. The movers and fakers could around and catch the papers. While I'm my shots are jumping like the Lakers. I want land with acres, you them because your papers. I'm from back in the day with the was wearing papers. And they call you a mood, treat you like a racist. Militant, yeah, I'm back in the booth. Pop, I hit you from the roof, yeah. It's the truth, I press you on you when you stoop. With body shots, take your body drop. I ain't got the hammer cock, the body. Think it, we talk about, we should've called it truce. Shout to all my that be waiting to make it part.
Lo bolsillos llenos, me siento como un bostero.